In today's episode, we're going to take down some tree problems and clear a path to the back through the shrubs. Hey, everybody. Today's episode is fairly basic, honestly. There's not a whole lot going on in it, but in this episode, we end up clearing the right hand side of the trailer, which was heavily overgrown with stuff. We had the left side cleared out, so we made ourselves a path around and back to the burn area. But the right hand side was just so thick with stuff and even some different kinds of foliage in there. There's like some palm trees, there's other stuff like that we needed to get through. And then we've also been having issues with some trees out here where basically the place has been abandoned for so long. These trees, they grow and the canopy rises. Well, what's happening is the lower branches on these things die off because they don't get much sunlight anymore. The canopy's up above them. And then they start falling. And other things have happened as well. There's some dead trees out there. I mean, it's been 15 years since anyone lived out there. So there's a problem with that. And we're having to tackle that as we can. And you'll see a pretty interesting, well, I don't know if it's interesting, but you'll see us tackle one of those a little bit later in the episode. So I did go into this with a machete, not necessarily to take out the plants like this. It was actually more in case I ran into some of those banana spiders. But in a pinch, apparently machetes work very well for getting through shrubberies as well. I got to admit, at this point, I was pretty much looking for a place to swing the machete at something. Um, yeah, it can be quite fun. Clearly, this had been some sort of a path before, and as you can see on the right-hand side there were already parts of a tree that had been taken down, at least sometime in the past there. Some pretty thick logs that were just kind of sitting there. So pretty much this whole time, I was dragging the box blade behind me and keeping the bucket down kind of low to scrape in front, but the box blade doing most of the work, dragging behind. Now, every once in a while, though, like now, I would get stuck and have to move them around a little bit because it'd dig in just a little bit too much. Now, you might ask why I didn't come through here with the brush hog, aka the honey badger, and the reason is there's so many of these larger sticks and branches and stuff like that on the ground here that, frankly, it could just tear that thing up. I mean, yeah, it's tough, but if you put a 4-inch log in those whirling blades of death, it gets ugly in a hurry. So here we were finally at the point where I could see where the burn pit stuff was here and the wood back there, the implements. I was making it through. But again, I got to be honest with you. I don't know what I would do if we didn't have this tractor. If you're going to do a job like this, get yourself a tractor. So now is when we want to kind of turn back around and go back at it again from the other direction. Now, the box blade's great. It does do a lot of scraping. You can see right there where it made the path, but it also helps to go both directions because some things just get pushed over and the path isn't exactly perfect. So One more time for the giver. See, it's almost starting to resemble a bit of a path, maybe, at least. It looks like somebody went through it at least once. I don't know what to tell you, but, doing this multiple times is what it takes just to get a little path through. So that's what we got to do. Having dealt with the path, it was time to move on to the tree issue. All right, so here we are again. What we're doing right now is need to take down some tree parts. We got a couple of dead trees here that I'd like to get out of the way. Right here actually is where we're going to end up putting our storage shed, I think. And there's a very dead branch or part of a tree here that I just don't want to have fall down on us while we're out here playing around. I don't know, it's not in great shape. It looks pretty sturdy, but I'd rather have it out of the way. And there's also another tree back here that's long since dead. It's a good sized tree that's going to need to come down. So that's kind of my point today, is to take care of a couple of these things that it's time to take down. Let's look at this one here. So you can see here, this one here, it's been woodpeckered to death up quite a ways. What I want to do is just kind of cut this portion out right now if I can, because I don't want this to be soft and end up falling on somebody, because this area behind and around here is where we're going to end up doing a storage shed and probably a lean-to for the tractor. So that's the goal here, is to get this stuff taken care of with respect to that. But again, this piece here, I kind of just don't want falling over while we're spending more and more time over here. So here goes nothing. Okay, so I was going to cut this down, but I think we may have a better alternative. I'm going to see if I can just push it down, because frankly, it looks like it's about ready to come loose. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, stay over there. Oh. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was loose, but wow. Okay. Feeling kind of tough right about now. As you can see here, it's thoroughly rotted out, and looking at those mushrooms on the other part of the base there, I think this whole tree is going to have to go, unfortunately. But hey,